What beautiful, beautiful weather we have here today in Southern California. We have some fog. Super gorgeous. It's been hot. We've been in the mid-80s. I even broke out the shade cloth because I didn't want my greens to bolt. But they're loving this weather today. Today I'm going to be installing my grapevine posts. It's a very, very simple design. I have these 8-foot poles that I got at a local nursery. They were only $5 each. I dug some holes, and the holes are about maybe 8 inches deep. I'll double check that. And all I'm going to be doing is mixing a little bit of, whoops, I just tripped. Mixing a little bit of concrete. I'm going to put the concrete directly in the hole and place the pole in the hole and then put some water in there. It's just going to mix in there as I put the stream of water in there, and it's going to secure it nicely. Good morning, Charlie. Do you love this weather or what? I love this weather. It's going to be the same design that I have here, but on a much bigger scale. So we have 3 poles, and then we got this wire, fed it through the holes, and got these little clamps that you can crimp. Fed the wire through each of the little holes and crimped it. It's nice and secure. But since I'm going to be using a much taller pole, I'm probably going to add at least a couple more holes. So this one has only 2 of the wire supports. Got 1, 2. And since it's going to be about 8 foot high, I'm going to put 2 or 3 more. So it'll have about 4 to 5 wire supports for the grapevine branches to grow up. It's going to cover this wall with beautiful grapevine leaves and bunches of grapes. It's going to look awesome. It's super easy. All right, I'm going to get started, and I will note the materials as I go along. All right, the concrete is set up, so I'll go ahead and get the concrete covered with the dirt and finish up on drilling the holes and then get the wire in place. Here is the wire that I'm going to be using. Let me zoom in. It's called a chain double loop number 3, and I got it from Ace Hardware. And here are the little clamps. You feed the wire through these, and then these get crimped so that the wire stays in place. This wire is a little more expensive. It basically turns this heavy-duty grapevine trellis into about a $40 grapevine trellis when all materials are added up. But you can do this grapevine trellis for about $20 if you go with this other wire that is on my invisible trellis. Come on over and show you. This wire was about $5 for a nice roll of it. Either one will work. This wire is doing great on my invisible trellis. Hi, Pumpkin. Hey, Moo. How are you today? You're looking beautiful. Alright, so now I'm going to get the wire fed throughout the holes. So I'm going to go ahead and just string up 3 rows for now, and I do have a 4th one down here that I could always add later. And how these clamps work is you feed the clamp in first before you put it through the hole, then you loop the wire around the pole and then feed it back through the other hole in the clamp. Now I need to get my husband's tool to get these crimped. Alright, heavy duty grapevine trellis almost complete. All I have to do is get some wire cutters and cut some of the excess wire off. And I was originally going to remove these original posts and use them in my front yard because I'm about ready to plant a grapevine out there. But I went ahead and left those posts. A big 8-foot length is only $4.99. It might be a 10-foot length. I gotta double check that. So I figured instead of digging these guys up, and I believe there is a little concrete in there, that I'll just leave them and go buy another one, a new one, for the one that I'm gonna use in the front yard. Now you can see that I'm not training this grapevine up as you would normally see in a vineyard, and that's why I have this big, huge trellis that we put along the wall of our building, because I'm going to train it up to climb all over and cover this wall as much as possible. So we're going to get a ton of fruit this way, and it's just going to add so much beauty to this wall, which is otherwise just a bare white stucco wall. Alright, that's it for now. As the grapevine starts growing and getting beautiful in a few months, I'll post some pictures on Instagram. And the total cost of this heavy-duty grapevine trellis was a little under $40, but you could do it for around $20 if you go with the wire support that I showed earlier in the video. Alright, I hope you enjoy your weekend and enjoy your garden.